Okay, guys, this is the last level of the segment where we were learning how to change the subject of a formula. You can see that if I just show you how we started, um, this was where we started from. Like, these were really easy questions. You could have, like, simply perform the cross multiplication, and then you could change the subject. Like if you look at this third question, when you had to change the formula, you have to make A the subject. So the first step would have given you that B is equal to AC, and then your A is going to be B over C. That was the first level. Okay. Then we moved on to the second level over here, where you have, if you look at this 21st question. So here you have to make X the subject. So you see that here you are first of all, um, like this is the 21st question, r over x minus t, that is equal to n. So you should ideally be decreasing the number of terms with this x. Okay, so this minus t goes to the other side. This is n plus t. And then you have r equals x times n plus t. And then this x is going to be r over n plus t. So you see this x is now the subject of this formula. So from this level, we moved on to the next level where we had the square roots and the squares. So you see that in this case, this was if I, just to make you recall, try some parts from here. Look at this C part, I mean 13th part here. You have to make X the subject. So you see this X is trapped inside the square root. So you have to take the squares on both the sides so that we can get rid of the square root from here. This is going to be C squared, that is equal to N minus X. And then this X moves to the left hand side, this becomes positive. C square goes to the other side. So that is how this X is now the subject. Look at this 26th question maybe. You have n equal to d minus x squared. So since we have to make x the subject, so this x square, I want to make it positive as well. So this x square comes to the left hand side. So this is going to be d minus n. And then I take the square root. When I take the square root, it's better writing a plus minus with this. Okay, this is d minus n. And after this, we have seen all these questions regarding the square roots. Now, this is the level we have to achieve today. And you see that there are a lot of terms over here. There's the square roots, the squares, the fractions. There's so many things over here. So um, the method would be that whatever type of formula you have, you will try to write that in a form like this. These are the ideal forms over here, okay? You try to write your formulas like this in this form, okay? Or maybe in this form. So once you have them in this form, then it's easier for you to change the subject of the formula, okay? If you look at this question number 10, you will expand them. In this 13th question, you will go for the cross multiplication, and you have the, let me show you the solutions of these questions over here, which are where there is no multiplication or a fraction kind of a thing is going on. Okay, let me show you how to deal with these questions, and then maybe we can try the harder ones. Okay, so if you look at this fourth question here, so we have to remember, we have to make y the subject. So this is my minus d, that is equal to e minus 2my. Now the key is that you bring all the terms which have y in it, which is what our subject has to be. So I'll bring all the terms in y to one side. This is going to be my plus 2my. And the terms which are non-y ones, they have to be on the right hand side. So once you have the things like this, now you see you can simplify them. Otherwise, we mostly have to take common from here. So this is going to be 3my, that is equal to e minus t. Therefore, your y would be e minus d over 3m. That is how you will make the subject, make this y the subject. Okay, look at this ninth question. The ninth question. Okay, when I try this ninth question, you see we have in this ninth question ay minus x that is equal to z plus by. Ay minus x that is equal to z plus by. So since you have to make y the subject, so you keep the terms in y on left hand side, and the other terms which don't have y in them, they should be moved towards the right hand side. Okay, what should we do now? Yes, क्यों भी? Ayan or Huzaifa or Malaika or Samiha. What should we do now since we want to make this y the subject? Hmm?
Y को कॉमन ले लेंगे.
Yeah, you will take this y as common. This is y into a minus b, that is equal to z plus x. Okay, z plus x. So this y is going to be z plus x over a minus b. Okay? Now you see, that is how you will be trying these questions. If you see the sixth question, you have my minus c that is equal to e minus ny. So I'll keep the terms with the y on the left hand side because y is our subject. So this is e plus c. And now, Ayan, I'll take y as common. This is m plus n. This is e plus c. So this y is going to be e plus c over m plus n. This is m plus n. Okay? Now, this is the standard, the form that you have to follow, that whenever you have to make the change the subject, your expressions should be in this form so that you can bring all the terms in y on one side and then you take the common and then you do the rest. Okay. Now look at this, for example, question number 13 maybe, or if I start with the 10th. Look at the 10th question. In this 10th question, you have m into y plus a that is equal to n into y plus b. You see that these y's, they are inside the brackets and the brackets are being multiplied by something. So you need to expand them first of all. So this will be my plus ma that is equal to ny plus nb. Now this has become a question like the ones we just did from these four onwards. Okay, so I'll keep the terms in y on one side and I'll move the terms which don't have y in them to the other side. Now this y is going to be common. This is y into m minus n, and this is, there's no need to simplify this. So then you have this y equal to nb minus ma over m minus n. Got it, bacho? You see that this is the same as these kinds of questions here, or this kind of the question. Okay, so that is what I was telling you, that you bring your expression in that form and then you move the terms on one side and then, like, you do the rest. Now look at this 13th question. um 13th question. Okay. Uh, you see, this is 1 minus y over 1 plus y. That is equal to c over d. Please remember, first thing, that you cannot cancel the y with the y. This is 1 minus y, 1 plus y. These are totally two different expressions. Secondly, you cannot take out y from the numerator or from the denominator. Okay. This 1 minus y over 1 plus y is something like this: 1 minus y divided by 1 plus y. So these are trapped, locked inside the bracket. So you don't ever think of taking out the y or anything from this fraction. Okay. So the only way is to go for the cross multiplication. Okay. So this would be d into 1 minus y, and this is c into 1 plus y. This is d minus dy, that is equal to c plus cy. Okay, now we bring the terms on one side, the ones with the y, okay? This is going to be minus dy minus cy, that is equal to c minus d. I can take minus y common from here. This is d plus c left hand side. This is c minus d. So this minus y is going to be c minus d over d plus c. If you want to get rid of this minus, you see, if you multiply this with minus and you multiply this with minus, so this will be y equal to d plus, sorry, d minus c over d plus c. Let me make it clear, like, many students, they get confused with this kind of a step. Look at this, bacho. this was this was actually uh, minus into c minus d over d plus c. Now this is basically, can I say this is minus 1 over plus 1? Hmm? This minus 1 is same as minus 1 over plus 1. So I want to multiply, I want to change the sign of these, okay? So I'll multiply minus 1 with the numerator. So minus 1 into c is going to be minus c, and minus 1 into minus d would make it d. So it's d minus c over d plus c. That is why you have your y like this, d minus c over d plus c. Is it clear to you? Hmm? Bolo bhai, do you understand this?
Sir.
Yes? Okay. Acha. Then after this, I'll do one more question and then it is going to be your turn. Okay. I think I can do one with the square root, maybe the 19th question. And then, guys, you have to try these questions yourself. Okay. The 19th question. The 19th question. Okay. So I have the square root of this z plus y over z minus y, that is equal to 1 over 3. Now this y this is a part of, like, inside this fraction, both in the numerator and the denominator. Then there is a square root as well. So first of all, we have to get rid of the square. So I'll be squaring both the sides. I'll have z plus y over z minus y equal to 1 over 9. Now we are left with a question like this, okay? Or maybe this. So now I'll cross multiply. This is going to be 9z plus 9y. That is equal to z minus y. So this is going to be, uh, this is going to be, um, I have to make y the subject. So 9y plus y, that is going to be z minus 9z. This is 10y equal to minus 8z. So y is going to be minus 8z over 10. Or you can write it as y equal to minus 4 over 5z. That is the subject of this formula, which is y. Okay? Any question? If there is no question, Vicho, then you should be trying all these questions of this exercise 8.16.